Battle VIP pass off the rip. Probably just going to set up for the Mirage step here from Nico. And we'll see what Francisco has. This is like definitely a good matchup for Gardevoir. Definitely a favorable matchup for Gardevoir. It is winnable for Charizard. And we'll see if we'll see if Francisco does have double VIP pass. So are we even gonna see a Mirage step here from Nico? We'll see if Nico gets 2 here. Nico might only get like 1 Pokemon here to play for the Mirage step. It depends how many Curly. I think there might have been 1 Curlia prize, to be honest. Actually, I don't even know if there is a Curlia prize. There might not be. I literally thought the stream froze there for a second. Nico looked like maybe was gonna go for Cresselia, just the Mew and Cresselia. So Nico's getting aggressive here. This is not a Mirage step angle. I repeat, this is not a Mirage step angle. This is a quad Curlia angle or quad Ralts. Just goes for so no Mirage step here from Nico. Interesting. I don't think there was a single Curlia prized. I to see Moonlit Hill. We might. That might have the Moonlit. Nico might be rocking that Moonlit. There's the retreat. And then Mysterious Tail. Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be a rare candy angle from Nico. Nico's looking for like rare candy Gardevoir, Cresselia the Pidgey. Let's see. It looks like there was an Ultra Ball in the hand. I don't know what else there is. Ultra Ball and something else. Rahul was playing it earlier. Yeah, honestly, not playing Moonlit Hill doesn't like... not playing Moonlit Hill doesn't... I don't know. Moonlit Hill just seems worth playing as a one-of. I don't know. Moonlit Hill just seems worth playing as a one-of. I don't know. I don't know if it's... I don't know if it's correct. I haven't like tried it or anything, but... Seems really good versus Tina. I mean, Tina sometimes just like takes 1-hit KOs though, so like it can be okay against Tina, I guess. The Sableye spread happens, and it'd be nice. All right, I don't know what they're saying to Nico here. Right now, some prize cards. All right, over to Francisco. Had a Battle VIP pass and also top deck in Arvin, so pretty good setup here. The Forest Sealstone is prized. There's a Defiance band. There was a Choice Belt prize, so plays Defiance and Choice. Defiance is like a good choice right now, though, because with the Roaring Moon hype, to be honest. There it does play the Radiant Charizard, so probably plays a Switch. I don't see any Lost City. I don't think. So yeah, it's gonna be tough. If there's like no Avery, no Lost City, none of that, no Vengeful Punch, like it's another card that could be good in this matchup. Like all those things are stuff that would be pretty good. I would like to see with how Nico set up this board state, though. You do want to get down double Pidgey here as Francisco to play around the turn 2 Cresselia KO Pidgey. So you do want to get down double Pidgey here. Is still going to go for the Rotom lineup. Like I said, the Force Sealstone is prized. So that's not great. Is Moonlight Hill better than Jirachi? I feel like if you... I don't think they do this... I mean, they just don't do the same thing, I don't think. I think, like, Jirachi, like, full protects you from Sableye. Like, yeah. Like, yeah, I don't think, like... Maybe you don't play Jirachi and you play the Moonlit Hill instead. I guess I could see that. Maybe it's fine to cut the Jirachi now if you have Moonlit Hill. I don't know, it feels like it doesn't fully replace the card, though. That's how when I think about it, it doesn't feel like it fully replaces the card, to be honest. All right, here comes the second Battle VIP pass here from Francisco. Yeah, I really want to see that second Pidgey get grabbed. And then there's no Force Sealstone, so it's not. We would normally grab Force Sealstone, I'm sure, here from Francisco, but on the search, going to see it's prized. So just going to go for that and the Defiance Band. The Defiance Band doesn't matter too much in this matchup. I mean, it can matter anyway, but it's not going to matter too much. Here comes the Battle VIP pass. Please get second Pidgey. Please get second Pidgey. There's the Charmander grab. Goes for... No, you don't want the Heat Tackle this early, though. You want the Heat Tackle... Goes for the Mew. But see, if you're getting Mew, that means you're like playing around getting KO'd. Goes for the Manaphy. There's no Screamtail. Dude, if Francisco gets Manaphy here, I'm going to lose... Dude. Wait, does Francisco not know what Cresselia does? There's never a reason. There's never a reason. Dude. There's never a reason, bro. There's never a reason to grab Manaphy here. Also, Heat Tackle Charmander this early. You want the first 2 Charmanders to be ones that can evolve. You want Heat Tackle as your 3rd Charmander. So this Charmander grab is also incorrect here. We need double Pidgey here. Dude, honestly, I hope Nico just like... I hope Nico just KOs this Pidgey this turn. Nico, please KO the Pidgey. Because Nico's playing for a pretty aggressive setup here, so I assume Nico is going to go for this Pidgey snipe. We'll see, though. Maybe Nico still is going to play it a little bit slower, a little bit more conservatively to like get access to reversals, but... I mean, if you're ever looking for a time to be aggressive as Guardy, this would be the moment. Just like remove the Pidgey from play. But it does lead to like a situation where it's like you're probably not KOing Charizards anytime soon. Honestly, that's not even true though, because if you get the Cresselia damage combo plus a hit off a Shiny Arcana, then you're basically at the 9 that you would need to KO a Charizard EX on the following turn. So Nico could just be really aggressive here, to be honest. Nico could just be really aggressive here. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see if Nico still just wants to play a little bit more conservatively, not be like too aggressive. Because you'd have to be careful in this matchup. If you get too aggressive, then you do... Oh, goes for the Mirage Step Curlia instead of Refinement? There was no Refinement prized, right? That's confusing to me from Nico. What was that Curlia grab? Refinement's away the Ultra Ball. Why would we not get another Refinement Curlia there? There was none prized, right? Am I tripping? Do we just have all the refinements in hand? Maybe Nico just has all the refinements in hand. That is also possible, to be honest. Only one energy in the discard pile, so I need a little bit more to get... Oh, wait, there's a second one. Yeah, maybe there's all the refinements are in the hand. They have to be. There's no way Nico messed that up. I have faith in Nico. One prized? Okay, there was one prized. Okay. That's what I thought. I thought there might have been one prized. Then someone said, chat said there wasn't one prize, so I believe in chat. I don't think there's a candy there, so we're not getting super aggressive here from Nico. But the Pidgey KO would have been really good. Removing the Pidgey, like the whole engine of the Charizard deck is Pidgey out. So if you don't have Pidgey out, you literally don't get to do what you want to do. So I think if Nico could KO the Pidgey here, I think Nico might have gone for it, but yeah. Oh wait, but there's a candy Guardian. No, I think we do have it then. Okay, I didn't think there was a candy, but we have it. There's a yep. Okay, so it's good. We're doing it here. We're doing Cresselia KO Pidgey here from Nico. Now, it's weird. I haven't played... This could get weird for Nico, because you are drawing the first prize card, so you lose access to Reversal, you lose access to Counter Catcher. Yeah, so this could get weird for Nico, to be honest here. I'm not sure... Like, I haven't played this matchup through this scenario very often, because almost every Gardevoir player just, like, settles for the Mirage Step play. My limited testing with this has led me to believe this is a pretty strong play against Charizard. My limited testing of this scenario has led me to believe this is pretty good for Guardy. Like, being able to do this play is pretty good for Gardevoir. And we see, actually, yeah, we already can get a Shiny Arcana with 6 next turn if we find the energy. Yeah. Francisco's like, 60 to my active? And Nico's like, no, I'm killing your Pidgey, bro. Like, bruh, that is so funny, man. Oh my gosh. See, and that's why we need double Pidgey here, because like Nico was setting up a board that threatened the possibility, like Nico literally battle VIP passed for Cresselia, and it's like, okay, at that point you have to be like, all right, now Nico might not want to be aggressive next turn, but the option is there, so you gotta get double Pidgey. You definitely get double Pidgey down over the Manaphy for sure. You definitely get double Pidgey over the Manaphy for sure. The Manaphy here made no sense from Francisco. I think Francisco was maybe thinking of do I have 7 TV enabled? I have no idea, Peter. Probably not. If I have no idea what it is. You either get second Pidgey or Jirachi. Yeah, Jirachi would have been interesting too, I guess, because Jirachi... Well, you don't really want Jirachi on your bench, though. As the game develops, you don't want Jirachi on your bench. You don't really want Jirachi on your bench. That's the thing. As the game develops, you might not want Jirachi on your bench. Yeah, I'm trying to think about that. Like, how does that even work? I guess Jirachi would have been okay, to be honest. Does he play Jirachi? That's actually true. There maybe is no Jirachi. Actually, I don't even know. So it gets Candy and TM Devo. I don't think we're going to see a TM Devo this... Oh, actually, TM Devo does fully reset Nico's board. But I don't think Nico cares, right? I don't think Nico cares about his board being reset. We're not... Wait. Okay. Has to Candy out the Charizard here. Candy in the bench Charizard. So that means TM Devo is happening here. It's interesting. I don't know. It doesn't really do that much, to be honest. All it does is give Nico another turn to, like, reset up. I don't know if, like, the TM Devo here honestly doesn't do that much. It just burns a candy from Nico, which I guess is something, but I'm not sure that's worth the trade-off of letting the Guardy player get another turn to just, like, reestablish their board. Yeah, I'm not sure that's like the worth that trade off. Like now Nico's just gonna be like, okay, but you didn't draw a prize card, so I guess I'm chilling. Here comes an Ultra Ball. I guess it would be hopefully for Pidgey. Let's get Pidgey now. I don't know if the hand can candy out Pidgey out, but we need Pidgey at some point. No, not Jirachi. What? Dude. Nico doesn't even want to use Cresselia anymore. What is Nico gonna Cresselia? You didn't put a Pidgey down. There's nothing to Cresselia at this point. If we had, actually, Pidgey TM Devo there would have been interesting. If we had gone Pidgey TM Devo, then you go bench Pidgey and then you TM Devo them to stop the Cresselia. Well, if you KO the Cresselia as well, though, your Pidgey's probably safe as well. Oh, wait, we're not even TM Devoing. We're just retreating. Wait, we evolved our Heat Tackle. Dude. Why wouldn't we just candy our active Charizard and then leave the energy on our Heat Tackle Charmander to respond to the Shiny Arcana? Because we could have gone one prize or one prize. Dude, this is a mess. This is a mess. This is a mess. On the Charizard side, this is an absolute mess. I don't know, man. This is an absolute mess. I don't even know what to say. We need a reset here from Francisco. We just need this game to like end so Francisco can just go to game 2 and hopefully get a mental reset and just like, yeah, this is not good. Maybe we should have seen the Mysterious Tail first there from Nico. Oh, I guess we can dig for Fog Crystal still. I guess not. Yeah. Yeah. We need a reset here. We need a reset here. This one's tough. Stream nerfs probably. Yeah, it's always going to be a combination of it. Like stream nerfs are always going to be like a part of it for sure. Iono coming in from Nico, not going to be super detrimental to either or to Francisco specifically. And Nico actually is probably going to struggle to get this KO on the Charizard though. Nico only has a couple energy established so far. Has to be nerves. I mean, it doesn't have to be. Nico just maybe doesn't understand this matchup very well. Or not Nico, I'm sorry. Francisco might just not understand this matchup very well. Like that should just literally be it as well. It doesn't have to be nerves. Francisco might just not know how to play this matchup. But stream nerves are usually a good answer for, you know, poor play on stream. Or like, yeah, just kind of like poor habits, poor play usually comes back to stream nerves for the most part. It's more stress, more pressure, uncomfortable environment or new environment, whatever you want to call it. Gets rid of the collapsed stadium there from Nico, so can't remove the Guardia EX at the end of the game potentially. Here comes the Mew. I don't think Nico has enough energy in the discard pile to take the KO on the Charizard here, so we could settle for like a Nico could just go like Scream Tail punch the active Charizard. Yeah. Nico could just like get Scream Tail here, potentially just Scream Tail punch the active Charizard, or send up a Shiny Arcana and punch it as well. I think you still want to punch here as Nico. I don't think you don't want to punch. I think punching is still the move here from Nico. But what do we have the option of punching with? There's the Fog Crystal. That would be +1 energy. I don't think we're quite at 9 though. Even with the 2 energy built up on the Shiny Arcana on the bench, which is great. The 2 energy built up on the bench Shiny Arcana is great to build towards a 9 energy Shiny Arcana when even or ahead, because there's no access to the reversal energy. But yeah, I don't think we're getting there here as Nico. So I think we could see the Scream Tail, maybe Scream Tail punch active. I kind of like that. There's the Fog Crystal. Could just punch with Shiny Arcana as well. And there's a Psychic Grab, so I assume it's going to be a Shiny Arcana punch. Maybe Nico doesn't play the Scream Tail as well, though. It's possible Nico doesn't play the Scream Tail. I actually would have been really curious if Nico didn't prize Greninja. I want to know if Nico would have got Greninja or not. Because Greninja was prized, and Nico had double battle VIP pass turn 1. I'm curious if Nico would have got Greninja if it wasn't prized. Oh, there's the Scream Tail. It was in the hand the whole time. So I think we will see the Scream Tail here to preserve the energy on the Shiny Arcana, which makes the most sense here for sure. It's going for an 80 punch. That seems fine. I mean, you just want to do some damage. You don't need to do a ton of damage. That seems fine. I guess that does set up for like a 6 energy Shiny Arcana, right? Well, I guess you don't want to trap too many energy on the Scream Tail anyways. Well, it's not really trapped if you're going to be able to move it off later. But yeah, the bench here at this point is abysmal for Francisco. We did see a Candy top deck there. So it has Ultra Ball, Candy Charizard, and then another Charmander. So honestly, from Francisco here, I would like to see Ultra Ball, Candy Charizard, and then hold the hand, and then next turn go bench Charmander, Iono. So I'd like to see Ultra Ball away Pidgeot, plus, oh, we had Candy Pidgeot in hand. Candy Pidgeot would have been in hand if that Jirachi was just a Pidgey. I'd like to see Ultra Ball away Artisan. Yep, Ultra Ball, those two. Get Charizard, Candy Charizard, if there's 2 energy in the deck. Well, honestly, we just have to, if there's not 2 energy in the deck, we're cooked. There's not 2 energy in the deck. All right, so this makes more sense then. Go for the Charmeleon instead. And then I think we have to Iono this turn. If there was 2 energy in the deck, I kind of like Candy Charizard Knockout. And then Iono, Bench Charmander, Iono next turn. But because of what's left in the deck right now here for Francisco, I like Evolve to Charmeleon, Iono. Because we just need to find a Super Rod. We need to find a Super Rod here. So I'm fine with this line of play here from Francisco. Evolve, Iono. Go from there. But we need to go find... We need to play the Iono this turn because we have to find Super Rod. Dude, what are we thinking about here? Can I consider this throwing? Yeah, this is throwing. If you misplaying is throwing. Misplaying is just throwing. Dude, what? Dude, Francisco was in the... How was Francisco in the tank on that sequence there? Dude. Goes Ultra Ball for Charmeleon. All right. That's some big contemplation. How did someone throw? You just have to go back and rewatch it. Ooh, that is an ugly hand. All right. Gets the knockout. Hopefully that prize card is good. I don't know what's prize. I don't remember what's prize, but yeah, hopefully the prize card is good. Oh, it's an energy. That's not any good. Well, actually, if you top deck Charizard now we have 2 energy to work with. Charizard or Ultra Ball, yeah. All right, for Nico here, you don't have to push up the Mew, but you could if you want to get used to the Mysterious Tail. And then we'll get this knockout on this Charizard, and then put the pressure on Francisco to create another Charizard. But Nico, from here on out, Nico does not have access to reversal energy if the prize trade keeps going this way. But Nico could look for like... how could Nico... Well, Nico can reversal energy this turn, but can't reversal energy next turn. Huh, that is interesting. Actually, I don't like that. Oh no, but there's a Shiny Arcana prize here for Nico. This could get awkward for Nico as the game develops, to be honest, because Nico is ahead on the prize exchange here. This could get awkward. And honestly, at this point, because the Jirachi and the Manaphy are preventing Cresselia or Screamtail from being able to get a 1-prize knockout off the bench, Nico's going to have to like find Boss to like get a 1-prize knockout at some point. But then that could open up an opportunity for Francisco to respond with something else. Respond with a I was thinking about something, but now I like completely forget what I'm thinking about. Allows Francisco to respond with oh, like a 1-prize, like the what's it called? Radzard. You can just start swinging with Zacian. Oh, true. There is Zacian as well, though. That is true. I forgot about Zacian, to be honest. I was kind of like fully locked in on like Shiny Arcana being the only out. But no, well, as long as Nico plays Zacian, which I assume Nico does, or Moonlit Hill actually can help get the Shiny Arcanas over the top now if Nico plays the Moonlit Hill. So those are actually both ways for Nico to actually continue to play around not having access to reversal energy, to be honest. There's a Shiny Arcana. 1 hit. Throw it on a new Curlia, right? Throw it on the Mew. What? Wait, why would we not start to set up another Gardevoir? What? Wait, why does that ever make sense? That doesn't ever make sense, right? Why would you not put that on like a Curlia? The only reason I can think of is that Nico wants to try and get that energy in the discard pile and not lock it on a Curlia, so that way Zacian can attack. But you could always just like retreat that Curlia on the next turn, right? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me from Nico. Why would you not put that on a Curlia to start to build up a new Shiny Arcana? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. We'll see. See how it goes. I don't like that. Again, because you just throw it on a Curlia there, and then you have the option of like a big Shiny Arcana, or you push up that Curlia, and then you make that a Gardevoir EX, retreat it or something, and then you're like cooking. So there's 4 in the active. So not within... The big thing here actually is that this Gardevoir is not within... Not a huge thing, but it would be nice to be able to like Team Devo here, potentially, to be honest. There's a knockout. He's going for Overcharge Arcana this turn. Well, he should, IMO. Put more on the Arcana. Well, you don't want to put yourself in Team Devo range, right? I feel like putting yourself in Team Devo range doesn't sound great. Overload the Arcana to play around Gust KO your Guardy. We do have a Fire and a Charizard in the hand here for Francisco. So Francisco is still attacking. I guess that would be interesting for sure, Jake. But then I think Nico would just counter catch or KO something off the bench. That's what we want to be Nico's play. Is if Guardy EX got Gust KO'd here, Nico would want to go counter catcher Counter Catcher KO a 1-prizer into KO a 2-prizer to close out the game. So like Counter Catcher way on KO a 1-prizer, bench Greninja if it's off the prize cards, put another Ralts down, and then go for a 2-prize knockout for your last 2. So Francisco does have the attack here. Nico can respond with a Moonlit Hill Guardy combo if Nico plays the Moonlit Hill, or the Moonlit Hill Guardy combo, or could respond with a Zacian. There is a decent amount of Psychics built up in this card pile now, so Zacian is definitely a possibility, I think, at this point. What is CC? CC is Counter Catcher. There's the knockout. Honestly, the Jirachi and Manaphy towards the end of this game, I do not like the sequence in which Francisco put the Jirachi and Manaphy in play, but as this game progresses, because Nico did take a 1-prize knockout at some point, the Manaphy and Jirachi are doing a pretty good job at protecting the bench. Because like this turn, I think Nico would prefer to Cresselia or Screamtail to draw a 1-prize card, and then go for a 2-prize knockout to close out the game. But that makes it's so much harder for Nico to do that because of the Manaphy Jirachi. Now, the turns that Manaphy and Jirachi came into play were not correct, but with how this has developed, it's actually not looking terrible for Francisco, but I'd still give Nico the advantage here, I think. Nico's going to still see a decent amount of cards, and should hopefully be able to put together a boss KO or a Zacian KO on the active. And then with that play, gets rid of the Greninja. I don't know, that we got some bench space to work with, and that could become draw power later. I don't know how many energy Nico has left. I do see the Zacian getting lined up here from Nico, though. Yep, there's the Zacian. Giving up Greninja. But if we do have the Zacian knockout guaranteed, and we can preserve both our Curlias, it seems fine. Especially if we can like bench another Ralts as well. Biased? What is biased? Do you think Moonlit Hill is worth the inclusion of Guardian? It seems pretty good to me. I don't know if I haven't played with it yet, though. That's why you should have gusted the Charmeleon last turn instead of knocking out the active Zard. For the situation, I didn't hate Nico going for the knockout on the active, to be honest. Just like force Francisco to have as much as possible every single turn. And then I guess the other thing would be like, did he even have a boss? I don't even know if Nico had boss to KO Charmeleon. I guess Nico could have counter catchered though, right? Yeah, I guess I could have seen it, to be honest. I'd have to go back and watch that situation and see if Nico even had access to a gust effect, but has Francisco drawn Force Seal Stone off the prize cards? No, it's in the last 2. So Francisco probably won't see the Force Seal Stone before the game's over. Oh, that would be a pretty big card to see to actually potentially make a comeback. Yeah, Nico's almost decked out. Actually is decked out. That's it. Or not decked out, but has basically access to the whole deck. That's what I should say. Does Francisco run 6 or 7 energy? It should be 6, yeah. Here comes a Super Rod, Ralts, Shiny Arcana. And that might be it, to be honest. I don't even know if you get anything else. And then I assume we're going to see a Ralts make its way to the bench here. And then we will see that Zacian knockout on the active, going down to 1 prize card for Nico. And then Francisco will have to respect the Zacian at that point. And has to KO the Zacian to go down to 1. And at that point, Nico will be at 1, so won't be able to use Reversal Energy. So Nico will need boss to win the game at that point. So the Super Rod use here was interesting for sure, because Nico could have not used the Super Rod to save the Super Rod to get Zacian back, and then just use Zacian to KO whatever Francisco's active is. So maybe Nico shouldn't have played the Super Rod there, to be honest. Because if Francisco does have... Well, Francisco would need, like, Candy, Charizard, Iono, to be honest. I don't know if Francisco has that, to be honest. But, like, that would be a play where it's like Nico would maybe regret having played that Super Rod, to be honest. I don't know. We'll see how this goes from here. I mean, Nico seems like he's in a pretty good spot. There's also, like, a Shiny Arcana in the deck. So if Iono does happen... if Iono does happen, Nico's guaranteed... Actually, if Iono happens, I think Nico might just be guaranteed to win the game, to be honest. Because you're going to draw into 1 card, but then you go Shiny Arcana plus Refinement. That'll see you at least another Shiny Arcana or the boss. So, oh, and even... Well, it does... Actually, should Nico not play the Iono here? Because now Nico can draw into... Nico could draw into Refinement, Shiny Arcana, boss. And then if Francisco has... Well, Francisco would need Candy, Zard, Super Rod, Iono. That's so absurd for Francisco to have. It's probably just not happening, right? Yeah, I don't think so. All right, we should be good here as Nico. I don't think there's a sequence of cards here that matters for Francisco. Yep, there's the KO. Refinement off the prize cards is also... Oh, there's another Super Rod prize and did get that as well. So I guess that there's still another out to the recover the Zacian as an option here. Wait. Can Nico move a Gardevoir? Wait. Can Nico move a Gardevoir? If Francisco bosses Gardevoir EX, can Nico move it? Because Nico's down a reversal. There's 9 energy on the active. It did get Super Rod, but the last energy's prized. No, Nico discarded collapsed earlier. No! What are we doing? You don't have a Candy Zard. Dude, Nico discarded collapsed earlier. And I questioned like whether or not we should have done that. I was like, well, we got rid of it. But yeah, these late game scenarios are where you want the collapse. Dude, Francisco literally had boss counter. Oh, still has counter catcher. Okay, still has counter catcher in hand. You don't have the energy, Francisco. You can't set up a Charizard. Counter catcher's still live. Francisco literally has game in hand with the counter catcher on the guard EX. And then Nico would get punished for the grab the TM Devo. Punished for getting me that collapsed earlier. That's why you got to keep your collapse around. All right, Super Rod, triple fire probably coming in. We'll see. Dude, if Francisco wins this game, bro, I definitely think it was probably like there was definitely some mistakes made on Nico's side for sure that could have prevented this late game situation here. Prediction if Francisco plays counter catcher? I mean, he's got it. He doesn't have another line. There's no other line available. Yeah, there's only this. Okay, checking it. All right, I think Francisco sees it. All right, how many? Let's see. Super Rod gone. One reversal. So there's one reversal left. Nico could play 3 reversal, but I doubt it. Dude, what a crazy ending. Counter catcher up. It's guard EX every time, right? No, dude, that's insane. Well, there's a psychic prize, Jake. The last prize card for Nico was a psychic energy. And then there's the... No. Okay, the question would be, does Francisco choose to continue to play the game? This is the question now at this point. Trying Arcana for 2. Does Nico not remember where the energy are as well? Refinement. I don't think Nico's playing the triple reversal because I don't think there'd be room. Oh my gosh, it's getting intense. Yo, appreciate the 10 months there, Phil Goodians. Appreciate the 25 months there, Superman. Appreciate the Prime sub there, EDO. Red Lunatic. Welcome to the Rat Pack. We're all out of freezers, but we got plenty of. Oh my goodness, is this happening? Dude, does Francisco... No, there's no way Francisco plays the game from here, right? Does Francisco play the game here? Dude, that's the question mark now. Does Francisco play the game? Just pass? No, I mean, Francisco can, like, take actions, but the question is Francisco going to go for this KO? Like, is Francisco going to go boss KOzation here? Yeah, like, it's fine for Francisco to play the game as long as Francisco doesn't make it so he's decking out first. But is Francisco going to go boss KOzation? Because boss KOzation here is definitely incorrect because then you just lose the boss. Dude, Francisco just passed at this point. As long as you have more cards left in your deck, so you just win that. You win the game on deck out here from Francisco. Do not boss KOzation here. Because Nico still has boss. It was a big misplay for Nico to get rid of the Collapse Stadium, to be honest. And I think definitely could have kept it in the earlier turns. No. Dude, I can't, bro. No. Dude, Nico's like, whew, thank goodness. And then Nico shows Francisco the boss. Oh my gosh, dude. Holy smokes. Okay, I guess thinking about it like a little bit more, I don't hate the idea of Nico playing it the way Nico did. Being like, okay, I'm going to play it this way, and then I'm going to hope I get... I don't hate the idea of Nico playing it that way, and Nico being like... I don't hate the idea of Nico playing it that way and then being like, I'm going to hope I get my psychic energy off my prize cards. That's actually fine. KOization means Nico just needs boss. Otherwise, Nico would be forced to have collapse boss. He doesn't need collapse boss. He just need collapse. Collapse was down. Collapse was gone. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all need to chill out a little bit in chat, bro. It's fine for us to like point out misplays and look at misplays. This is the problem with day one live. There's no problem with day one live. This is just games of Pokemon. Why don't you get up on stream, Dario or Darlo, and we'll watch you play. We'll watch you play on stream, on stage. We'll see how you do. I think Nico could have had Zacian's ability search for the Psyche if he didn't know it was prized. Yeah, but then theoretically, if you put that energy on the Guard EX, then Francisco could boss up the Shiny Arcana, and then that gets stuck. So you have to like do it all in one turn, get all the energy in play in one turn. Yeah, if you're gonna like specifically, like, it's okay to like judge the players. We're not here to judge the players. We're here to judge their play. Like, we're not here to judge the people. We're here to judge the actions they choose to make, and their plays. And it's fine to like talk about their poor play or their misplays, but we're not here to judge them as people. Like, it's cringe to like that. Those takes are just super cringe. All right, let's see if Francisco chooses to go first here. This is why I fear if I was ever to go up on stream, no doubt I would be making questionable plays. It looks like another double battle VIP pass here, start here for Francisco. Immediately benches the Jirachi, which you don't want to do. You do not want to. You don't want to just don't bench the Jirachi, bro. Please leave the Jirachi in your hand. It's like there's no reason to bench it this aggressively specifically. And getting Mew is okay here if we're gonna retreat into it, but otherwise like Mew is not that important to grab here off the rip. But we'll see. Also, once again, goes for the Heat Tackle off the rip. Well, if we're gonna get third Charmander here, then getting Heat Tackle is fine. But if we're only getting 2 Charmanders, we don't want to get Heat Tackle. You basically want to be able to go like evolve the active Charmander to Charizard, evolve the bench Charmander to Charmeleon, and then still have Heat Tackle around for later. And also getting Mew doesn't make any sense unless we're gonna retreat into it on this first turn. And didn't grab Rotom here either. I don't know what the hand is, though. So maybe we don't need Rotom. Honestly, the hand is maybe just Candy Pidgey, Candy's Art. So Francisco might actually be cooking in this one. Yeah, it's definitely a mistake there from Francisco. Because Nico could have prized the second reversal or the 10th Psychic Energy. And if Nico prizes either of those, Nico can't move Guardy EX. And the Collapse was already gone. But playing around the boss... Okay, we are retreating to the Mew here. What is the hand here? I want to see what the rest of the hand is here from Francisco. Could just be playing for a red candy off of this, though, which I think is probably fine. And there's a red candy. So now we have Candy Pidgeot, Candy Zard. And now we don't have to put the Rotom in play, which is good. So you don't have like a little squishy 2-prizer. Which is nice, which is nice. Yeah, benching the Jirachi is still incorrect. You don't want to bench Jirachi. You don't really... you don't want Jirachi on your bench this early. It just doesn't do anything to have it on the bench this early. I actually don't mind this sequence from Francisco. I think Francisco should have waited on playing the second Battle VIP Pass until we saw what we got off the Mew. Because if we don't get the rare candy off the Mew here, we're going to wish we had Rotom and maybe we're going to wish we had put Rotom in play and used it. Especially because we have the Collapse in the deck as well. I don't think Francisco threw or anything. It was kind of a tough call. I think Turo or the 2 energy left in deck could be a decent assumption to make. No, if Nico had the Turo, Nico would have just had the Turo last turn for sure. Like, there's not, like, a question. Also, if you have 2 energy in the deck, if you need 2 energy to retreat, you could have 1 of 2 energy prized, whereas the boss, you have a 1 of boss. So if you have the boss, then it would have to be just boss prize. So there's a higher chance you prize 1 of 2 energy than your 1 boss. Or there's a higher chance that you would prize an energy than the boss. So because of that, you should always play as if an energy is prized, but never play as if the boss is prized when it's compared to the energy being prized. And then for the Turo, yeah, if Nico had the Turo in the deck, Nico wins. Like, the Turo is equal to the boss at that point. So you can play, but not every Guardy plays Turo, but every Guardy plays boss. So at that point, you play as if the Turo doesn't exist. So your highest % chance win condition is trap the Gardevoir. The highest win % chance play is still trap the Gardevoir. Even there is a possibility Nico plays Turo, but you don't know it. And there's the majority of Gardevoirs, or more than half of Gardevoirs, don't play Turo. So you factor that in. So we assume Nico doesn't play Turo. And generally, lists of Guardy that play Battle VIP Pass are less likely to play Turo. So we've seen Nico plays Battle VIP Pass, so we factor that in as well. Do we know that Francisco was even decking out first? No, Nico was 100% decking out first. Francisco still had a Super Rod left, too. Like, Nico was 100% decking out first. Yeah, just a throw from... it was just a throw. It was just a throw from Francisco. I assume Guardy should always, to be honest. Guardy should always what? All right, back to the game. See the Iono there from Nico. And Nico's now board state is set up for a Mirage Step play, but did just draw a Battle VIP pass. So we might see no Mirage Step here from Nico again. Nico might go no Mirage Step here. But I feel like this is a game to Mirage Step for sure from Nico. You're not getting like the turn 2 KO lone Pidgey play. Deck out first Guardy. Yeah, they were 100% decking out first. Just goes for 1 Ralt. So still is maybe playing towards that Mirage Step. No, hold up. Second Battle VIP pass. But might not grab a Pokemon. Grabs another Ralt. But this could be... I don't really like that from Nico. I feel like this is definitely a Mirage Step angle. I think we want to get a little bit more value. I honestly don't mind the third Ralts, because Francisco's going to get a knockout on the Mew. Then you can push Ralts, and then evolve 1 Ralts to a Curlia, potentially, the Refinement, and then just, like, Mirage Step for 2 Refinements. I guess we could see, like, the weak Mirage Step from Nico next turn and just go Mirage Step for 1 Refinement, but that feels bad. I feel like Nico should definitely play a little bit heavier into Mirage Step here. Like, I think Nico literally has Mirage Step. I think Nico in Nico's hand is literally Mirage Step Psychic. Like, I feel like Nico should play a little bit heavier into Mirage Step here, and not into this like Candy Gardevoir line, which is available. Yeah, I don't like this line from Nico, to be honest. I don't like this line at all from Nico. It's like seems okay. Yeah, I feel like we should have like tried to get like you don't need the full 3 from Mirage Step, but getting like 2 from Mirage Step is pretty nice. So the Iono did happen. So Francisco doesn't have the combo in hand anymore, but does have Luminion. So Luminion could get Arven, and Force Seal Stone might be prized. I actually don't know. And then that could lead to Candy. There's the Force Seal Stone, so it isn't prized. There's an Ultra Ball. So this should lead to Luminion for Arven, Arven for Candy, Force Seal Stone, and then we should have Candy Pidgeot, Candy Gardevoir here from Francisco. All right, Francisco's going back in. This is why the Jirachi on the bench doesn't do anything, because now we've created a board state from Francisco where the Cresselia attack's never happening from Nico. And because the Cresselia attack is never happening from Nico, then the Jirachi on the bench is literally just eating up a bench space. So putting Jirachi on your bench is fine, but only when you're anticipating a Cresselia attack that would be your opponent's best option, or you're trying to prevent the Cresselia attack from happening, because it is your opponent's best option. But in this scenario, Cresselia is just never happening. So because Cresselia is never happening, you just don't need Jirachi on your bench. Is this game finishing? Probably not. We'll probably see a 1-0 from Nico at this point. There's the Forest. Comes the Ultra. Get rid of... Probably, I mean, Vacuum Counter. You could keep the Counter Catcher. Vacuum, Fire's fine, I guess. As long as you have enough Fires in your deck, you're okay. You appreciate the 40 months there, Mystery Beard Man. I didn't realize they were going that slow. How did that happen? They've been cooking. All right, so here comes Quick Search, and then here comes the Forest Seal Stone. See, it would be much better if that Jirachi on the bench was just like another, Charmander here. So that way we could evolve one of them to a Charmeleon, and then we still have Heat Tackle around to respond to a Gardevoir potentially. All right, Candy, Zard. Doesn't Candy the Heat Tackle one this time, thank goodness. 1 energy active, 2 energy on the bench. And then has the Charizard attack. Dude, that last game was dude. I guess like the end sequence there, like Nico probably should have tried to avoid getting rid of the collapse in that game 1. But the end sequence there, I guess like Nico being like, I hope I get my Psychic off my prize cards wasn't like terrible. Yeah, I guess it wasn't like terrible. All right, knockout here. Turn 2 knockout from Francisco. This is what you want in this matchup as Charizard. Turn 2 KO, and you build up from there. The Greninja send up from Nico? Wait, are we not using Mirage Step here? Dude, I don't know about these plays from Nico, to be honest. I feel like this is a cap. Why are we not playing at all into Mirage Step? I don't know. Comes Candy Gardevoir. So the Shiny Arcana's out. That's good. This is always a good turn 2 play. Candy Shiny Arcana into evolve some Curlias. But no step? No step? Maybe the Mirage Step wasn't in hand. I thought it was. Also, I don't know if we saw the prize cards this game. Mirage Step might be prize, I guess. Comes a Refinement. Maybe Nico knows this game isn't finishing. It's just going through actions. That could be fair, but why wouldn't you Mirage Step still? You'd still Mirage Step, I think, in that case. Let's say Nico's just like, well, I hope Francisco can't draw 6 prize cards fast enough. I think you would still Mirage Step here. Because why wouldn't you give yourself the option to be aggressive and like have a more optimal board state to be aggressive. Like even if that's like the angle that Nico's going for here, like you would still try and play aggressively. Like you should still play for the option of aggression, right? You shouldn't just give up on that line in general, especially with this kind of board state with like the Luminion in play, the Pidgeot, and the Chart. Like there's two prizes in play. Like Nico's super favorite in this position with how good of a setup Nico has. Like you may as well play towards a more aggressive option or to have the option to be more aggressive. There's no reason not to. Because all it takes from Francisco is to literally go draw attack, like set up another Charizard and go draw attack over and over again, and then all of a sudden you might be in a spot where like you can't win anymore as Nico. And then if you just draw prize cards fast enough as Francisco, you're cooking. Is going to set up ever do something beneficial? Well, if you had to pick a Pokemon to get KO'd, you'd want it to be Greninja, I guess. Yeah, you'd want it to be Greninja. Like if you had to pick a Pokemon to get knocked out here, you'd probably want it to be the Greninja. Have you ever been approached to cast before? No, I have not. I mean, that's it. I don't think Nico's attached for turn. Or maybe that was an attachment to the Shiny Arcana, to be honest. One Crystal. Probably just going to go with another Ralts. I don't know what else you'd grab here. Ralts is like a pretty chill Pokemon that you love to see. Or Cresselia. Sure, that's fine as well. And then I assume it's just going to be the path. I think Nico attached to the Shiny Arcana. I actually don't know for sure, to be honest. Have you ever been approached by a cow on a walk before and then you moo at the... Oh, has Shiny Arcana not been used? I guess maybe it's not been used. I thought it was used. Wait, has Shiny Arcana really not been used? Maybe it hasn't been. All right. Fourth Curlia. All right, we were never stepping. We got the whole squad out without stepping. I mean, this is still a fine board state for Nico to approach for the win, to be honest. I feel like Mirage Step sets you up a little bit better to have a little bit better late game for sure, because then it leads to a point where you like have more Guardies, like if you are going to attack. Of course, like it's possible Nico does not plan to attack this whole set though, and it's just going through the actions. One more refinement. And then pass over to Francisco. Or I guess has Ultra Ball, so could actually play the Ultra Ball. There's no reason to play the Ultra Ball here. There's the path. So for Francisco, you just want to see draw attack, basically. There's Candy, so go quick search. Honestly, if there's not too fire in the deck though, you need to go get just gonna go for the boss. I don't hate that either though, to be honest, from Francisco. Just boss knockout. But Francisco needs to play fast. Did he bench the last Ralts this turn? No, I think he got quad Ralts out turn 1. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong on that, to be honest, but I'm pretty sure. There we go. Boss on the Shiny Arcana. That's why I'd like to have seen the Ralts over the Cresselia. Oh, no, wait. We have 4 Ralts in play here as Nico because we didn't Mirage Step. I was like, why didn't we get a Ralts over the Cresselia? But yeah, we have, what's it called? So it's not possible. All right, there's the knockout. And then here comes the Cresselia push up from Nico. But it's probably just going to go through the motions here and just play out actions. Yeah, it was 4 Ralts. 4 Ralts turn 1. 4 Ralts turn 1. Was the Mirage Step Curlia prized, maybe? I mean, it's possible the Mirage Step Curlia was prized. I thought I saw it in Nico's hand, but I could be wrong on that, to be honest. I could be wrong. We'll see. 5 minutes left. 4 prize cards left for... Is it Francesco? What's his name? Francisco? Francesco? Francesco makes way more sense, to be honest. Feels bad when matches end like this. Yeah, it does feel a little bad for sure. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it does feel bad. Like, I guess it doesn't... Like, it's hard to say it doesn't feel bad. Yeah, it's hard to say it doesn't feel bad for sure. Hard to say that for sure. We'll see what Nico's plan is here, though. Nico might be swinging. I thought the Step Killer was in hand before yeah, on turn 1. That's what I thought as well, but I could be wrong. The refinement has all the cards, or might not have all the pieces. No, actually has all the pieces to actually pull off the knockout this turn. And like I was saying, you can just like go for the win. Like you can play for the win here as Nico. You're like in a favorable position. Here comes the Ultra Ball. Getting rid of Artisan. The only thing to grab in the deck, there is the Shiny Arcana in the deck, so I assume that's what Nico would be going for here. Buy another Iono Bites the Dust. Interesting. Another one. That's 2 Ionos in the discard pile off this turn. I think the Ionos are pretty good here. Like one way or another, like the Ionos are just good here. Here comes Fog. There was that roll to put back in the deck as well. Oh, on that level ball, actually, Nico misplayed it. When Nico played the level ball, or discard the level ball of Refinement, could have played the level ball first to get the Jirachi out of the deck. So that's a mistake there from Nico. There's like a dead card in the deck. There's the Guard EX, though. All right, Nico's playing the game. All right. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Like, it was okay to analyze it the way we did and be like, all right, what's Nico's playing here? But Nico's attacking. Nico's going in. Gonna get the knockout on this Charizard. And, yeah, it would have been nice to have thinned out that Jirachi out of the deck, to be honest. And also keep the getting rid of the Ionos. Getting rid of the Ionos there is weird as well. He's gonna collapse away the EX this turn. I don't know if you want to do that if you're going for. I guess you could. I don't think you do that though, because if the EX gets boss KO'd this turn, you don't care. You're okay with the EX hitting boss KO this turn. Oh, does Shiny Arcana really not happen up to this point? Yeah, I don't love the idea of Nico getting rid of 2 Ionos there though. There's the knockout. And Nico and Francisco's hand is not set up all to create a new Charizard. Okay, the Arven top deck does get there though. Oh no, we have Heat Tackle to get the KO here. We have Heat Tackle. So we can go what? Bench Charmander, Arven for Super Rod, and then yeah, bench Charmander, Arven for Super Rod, quick search for no. There's no energy in the deck, right? Or am I tripping? Oh, there is one. Okay, okay. We still need a Super Rod here. I thought there was 0 energy in the deck. Then we would have whiffed. Francisco needs to play faster, though. You gotta go play Arven for Super Rod this turn. Go give it 2 fire and maybe a Charizard or maybe just 3 fire. I'm not sure which is better, to be honest. But like one of the two is what you need. Oh, maybe he's gonna play the Iono, I guess. Was there there's an Iono hand. I guess you could Iono here as Francisco. I don't hate the idea of that. But then we should have Iono'd before we use Quick Search, so that's another misplay. Arven for Super Rod, I think, is the correct play here, though, because you need to establish a Super Rod. There's the Heat Tackle knockout. So for Nico here, you can just go... There's a lot of plays you can do here as Nico, to be honest. Counter Catcher KO the Pidgeot. You could attack with Cresselia to KO this active Charmander. But then I mean, Francisco's hand is so bad, though. If you get an Iono here as Nico, you're in a pretty good spot. Second Shiny Arcana, though. But, like, Counter Catcher KO Pidgeot here is, like, the play here for Nico for sure. Especially for how poor of a board state Francisco has here. Well, I guess it's more so, like, Francisco's hand sucks. More so than anything. But, yeah, Nico going Counter Catcher KO Pidgeot here is the play for sure. And I think has it. I think the Counter Catcher is just in the hand. Sheesh. There we go. Counter Catcher the Pidgeot. They're confirming the damage on the Heat Tackle, but I think it is just supposed to be 10 damage, right? Is there one that does 20 damage shows up? I don't think so. Refinement for 2. And then we just need like Boss KO on Lumineon for the next prize card here as Nico. I still don't understand why Nico got rid of all of those Ionos. Iono here is... Oh, yeah, why did... All right, yeah, there's the... there's the Mirage Step. It was in the deck the whole time. It was a Shiny Arcana. I don't know why Nico got rid of all those Ionos. That was, like, bizarre. Then here comes the knockout on the Pidgeot. Just needs, what, 5 to the active? But you may as well overload and throw all 6, right? I think. But you wait, hang on. 7. No, you need one more. You need one more here, Nico, right? Or am I tripping? Yeah, okay. All right, time is called. So turn 0 for Nico, turn 1 for Francisco. Francisco theoretically could win the game from here, knockout active, and then boss KO Guardi EX. I don't know how or why Nico got rid of both those Ionos. Like, Iono here is just so strong. Iono on the last turn was really strong as well. I guess the hand was okay. There's the Zacian bench from Nico. And I don't think... Oh, Francisco does play the Defiance Band. So Defiance Band Heat Tackle here actually KOs the active. Yeah, actually, Francisco could win this from here. Could go Defiance Band, Heat Tackle Knockout. Concealed cards coming in. I don't even know. Like, an Iono here is definitely really good for Nico, but doesn't even have it. This is actually winnable for Francisco. Sends up the Mew. Well, we have to go with the Arven here. We could have already had Defiance Band Super Rod in hand here for Francisco. The Mew send up is crazy. There's no way to win now. I don't know what Francisco was looking for here by sending up Mew. Maybe Ultra Ball to try and get Candy Zard? There's the Ultra Ball. Okay. So can go grab Ultra Ball. Arven for Super Rod. Now can go Arven for Super Rod. Plus Arven for Super Rod plus Defiance. And then I guess that would work. Okay. This worked out. I thought we were just gonna play the Arven here, but Nico will just Zacian no. Well, Nico needs Zacian boss. So if Nico has boss, then yeah, Nico just wins. But yeah, it just depends. Does Nico have boss? Is the question. Doesn't even need Zacian, to be honest. Just needs it just needs boss. Super Rod. Is there a Defiance? Oh wait, TM Devo works as well. Actually, I take it back. Actually, TM Devo works. I forgot about TM Devo. Devo the active. Is the Guardi EX candied out? That doesn't matter though. The boss would still win. No, it doesn't. The Guardi EX is not candied out. So I guess the Defiance Band is a little bit better here, I think, then, because then you don't give Nico another Curlia to work with. Although I don't know if that even matters for Nico, to be honest. Yeah, Team Devo is fine if Defiance Band is prized or gone. There's only one card left in the deck for Nico, so giving Nico access to another refinement doesn't really make a difference, to be honest. It doesn't make like a huge difference. Either Nico has boss or doesn't have boss, and I'm pretty sure Nico has boss. So the Iono would need to be played on this turn, but because of how Francisco played it, can't even play the Iono this turn. Oh, that's true. It does give back the Arcana. That's true, Stellar. Yeah. So it would be better to go Defiance Band here, to be honest, because then you don't give back the Shiny Arcana. So yeah, this is definitely... I don't know if the Defiance Band is in the deck here from Francisco, or forgot to discard it earlier, or it could be prized. I don't actually know. But if it was available, it should have been played differently here for sure. 2 to the Zard. 1 to the Mew. I mean, it has to be to the Mew. And the question is, do you TM Devo with the Mew or the Charmander? Because you could just use the Mew to TM Devo here. Which honestly, I don't hate the idea of that. I don't think it really makes a big difference one way or the other. Yeah, it doesn't really matter which one you use. You just have to TM Devo with one of them. You just don't push up Charizard here. Just don't push up Charizard here, basically. I think he discarded the Defiance earlier, but not sure. Yeah, it might have been. Would have been interesting here, though, for sure. Yeah, if it's discarded, it's just gone, but otherwise that's a mistake here if it's still in the deck. All right, there's the TM Devo. So it gets a prize card on the Shiny Arcana. Oh, I guess giving him the Shiny Arcana this turn doesn't matter too much. I guess it could be candied back out again from Nico, but I think Nico's used 2 candy at this point, and Nico might only play 2 candy. So then that you can't get both Guardies reset up here as Nico. But I think Nico has boss here, so it's going to be Guardi X, Boss Luminion, Boss of Luminion. There's the Guardi X, and then throws 3 energy on it for the dub. No 1-0. Nico still won, but yeah, it wasn't through a 1-0.